Hey, what's up guys? This is the king video in the video series, How to Play Chess. In this video we're going to look at how to move the king and some common uses for it. But before we get into that, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more great chess videos. So the king is the easiest piece to learn how to use. It can move one square in any direction. So if the king could go to the left, it could go up, it could go to the right, and it can even go diagonal. And you're probably wondering, can the king go backwards? And yes, it can go backwards. So after this and this, you could easily go here, here, or here. All of these are possible moves. Now here we're going to start looking at some uses for it. So in the opening and the middle game, you're going to want to keep your king safe. So it's probably going to mean castling. So castling is when the king hasn't moved, the rook hasn't moved, and there's nothing blocking the way. So like a queen here would be attacking this square, so the king could not hop over that attacked square. So here, if all of that is right, then the king will basically move two squares in either left or right, and the rook's going to flip over. So here this is called the castling king side. So the king moves over two squares, the rook comes over, and this is all in one move. Now here we can also castle queen side. So we go to the left two, the rook flips over, and here there are pros and cons for queenside castling and kingside castling. You probably learn about that a little bit later, but the queenside castling is generally better for attacking. And here this is always good because now the king has these pawns around it, over here, over here, and you can see that your king is safe. You don't have to worry about your opponent's pieces kind of coming at the king really fast. So that's what we're going to want to do in the beginning and the middle of the game. Now here, if we get to the end game, now you're going to see actually quite the opposite. The king wants to be active. Generally this is when queens are off the board or even more, especially if there's no pieces. When it's just king versus pawns, you want to see this king as active as possible. See, for example, white has a very active king, and black's king is still stuck at home trying to be safe. So here we can be active and take these pawns. He tries to bring his king in, but it's way too late. By the time the king actually comes in, black has lost all of his pawns. And then also, when we push our pawns, we want to use our king to help. So here, 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 we can't just do this by itself. We can push it. Let's say he goes here. If we push here, these pawns can't do it by themselves. So here, after something like this, we might want to go king here. And now this takes away squares from his king. His king has to go back, and now we can keep advancing. So we'll say something like this, king here, and now we can't do it by ourselves. So something like king here, here, and here. You see how the king is going to be a huge player in the endgame, where he works very well with his other pieces, helping them kind of checkmate or advance further. So that's how you're going to want to use the king in chess. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure to check out wolfchess.org for great lessons, puzzles, and videos. And hope you guys were entertained.